We need to write the fraction 54/60ths in lowest terms. And I'm going to show you two ways to do this. You can pick either one when you're doing them on your own, but this gives you two options and you can pick the one you like the best. For the first way, we need to write the fraction with its prime factorization for the numerator and denominator. So for 54, we'll start with that. To get the prime factorization, you can just look and figure out what can I multiply to get 54. Say, well, that's 9 times 6. And then you keep going. What can I multiply to get 9? That's 3 times 3. And for 6 is 2 times 3. Then what you're looking for is just the ends of all the branches, once they're as far as they can go and you only have prime numbers. And we're going to list all those numbers multiplied together to equal 54. So I usually start with the smallest and work my way up, but it really doesn't matter the order. So we have a 2 and we have 3 3s. Okay, and if you multiply those out, that will equal 54. For 60, I'm just going to get the prime factorization a slightly different way. The idea is the same though, and it'll give us the same numbers. So for this way, you look for the smallest number that will divide into 60 other than 1. So we'd start with 2. 2 goes into 60 30 times. Then we do it again. Smallest number that will go into 30 other than 1 would be 2. 2 goes into 30 15 times. We go again. 2 won't go into 15, so the next smallest number would be 3. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 5 is prime, so I know that I'm done. And for these, I look at the ends, or the outsides, all the way through. So this one is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, to reduce it then, or to write it in lowest terms, you're looking for any pair of numbers that's the same on the top and bottom, and we can cancel them. So we can cancel a pair of 2's, and we can cancel a pair of 3's. And then for your fraction, you multiply back together anything that's left. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 5 is 10. So we're left with 9/10 for our fraction. Another way that you can get your fraction in lowest terms, and probably the way that's used most often, we'll get our fraction here again, is to look for a number that will divide into both the numerator and the denominator. So you're going to look at 54 and 60 and try to figure out what will divide evenly into both of those numbers. You want to try to find the biggest one, but if you just find any one, it really doesn't matter. So you might say, well, both of these numbers are even, so that means 2 has to go into them. So what we do is we divide 2 into both of those numbers. When we do that, 54 divided by 2 is 27, and 60 divided by 2 is 30. Then we do it again. Try to find a number that will divide in evenly into both of those numbers. 2 won't work anymore, but 3 goes into both of them. So we divide both of these by 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9, and 30 divided by 3 is 10. And nothing will go into both 9 and 10, so we know that we're done. Okay, if you find a bigger number to divide into 54 and 60, it will get you there faster, but either way it will get you there. And that's all that matters, is that you eventually stop when you find the number in lowest terms. So you can choose whichever of those options work the best for you. You just have to get those fractions always down to lowest terms when you're writing your answers.